Hey guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. So before we start discussing today's topic, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button here. Once you click on it, you will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner. Post you subscribe to my channel, also make sure to press the bell icon and click on all. You will get the confirmation on the left bottom corner so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same without any misses. Also, I would request you all to subscribe to my Telegram channel with the name HYIT Intraday Calls because I share a lot of things over there and it might be helpful to you in some way or the other. All right. So it has been long that I have put up a live trading video on my channel, and also I did get some requests to put up some live trading videos along with the technical explanations. So here it goes. But at the same time, let me set the right expectations here that putting up the live trading videos on a regular basis is not something that's flexible for me because I do too many things in the live market hours. So what I have decided is that maybe I will come up with the live trading videos once a week or max to max twice a week. Okay. And I hope that this would be something that will be helpful to many of you as I will be explaining the logic behind taking up each and every trade so that it will surely, it will surely add some cognizance to your learning curve. Okay. And also, one more thing that I have in my mind is that I want to boost the motivation level of the intraday traders because seeing the new margin rules that are being circulated by SEBI, many of the traders have got demoralized. So, with these videos, I want to convey it clear and loud that even with a small capital, you can make handsome returns, you can make good profits in the equity cash segment. Okay, the only difference is previously if you were able to trade with just 15 to 20 to 30,000 rupees, now you might have to increase it a bit, maybe around 60,000 to 70,000 rupees, or even round it up to 50,000 rupees. 50,000 is also a good number. Okay, it is a good capital with which you can make good returns. Okay, be rest assured about that. Okay, so to start with, let me show you my today's trades order placements on my broker's mobile app, and then we will get on to the charts and explain why I took the trades. And the reason why I always show the trades on the mobile app is because the mobile app cannot be manipulated the way the web pages can be. Okay, so there will be no doubts as such in your minds that if I have really taken up those trades or is it something that is not real. Yeah, and I always have been doing the same thing earlier also when I was regularly putting up the live trading videos. I was showing all my trades on the mobile app itself. Okay, so getting on to the video that has been taken on the mobile app. Okay, so I'll just keep explaining the things by pausing this particular video in between wherever it is required. So this is Astha Trades. I'm just logging into the Astha trade. All right, the time is 10:14. Let me pause it here. So normally, as I always say, I never take up the trades immediately once the market is on, okay, because it takes time for the scripts to settle down, okay. If you trade before 9:45 or 9:30 or even 10 o'clock, you can be very sure that the volatility is still on. Okay, so I normally what I do is I trade only after 10 or 10:15 or 10:30, so that the market is stable and I get a proper direction of the trade. Okay, so let me resume the video. As I said, the time is 10:14. The first trade that I have taken up is UPL. We will be trading with 200 shares, and this is my the smaller account that I talk about. I'll give the details later. What was the capital and all those things. So UPL, I sold it for 200 quantity, and you can see under the completed section, it has taken up the 200 sell. The second one was ONGC. It was the time was around 10:21, and I took up 1500 quantity. Okay, and the third trade would be for JSW Steel. Here I took up 300 quantity. again on the sell side. So all the three trades were on the sell side. Okay, now we are under the completed tab, and here it will show all the three trades. Okay, let me pause the video here. Okay, so JSW Steel was sold at 672.15 rupees, 300 quantity. ONGC was sold at 120.90 rupees, 1500 quantity, and UPL was sold at 815.25 rupees with 200 quantity. Okay, let me resume the video. So the first profit booking that I did was for JSW Steel because it hit my target. So normally I wait for some time. I try to extract the maximum profits that it can give. So as you can see here, it was at 668. I waited for around 667, and finally I booked it at 667.15. Okay, right. So that has not been booked till now. 667.15 was not reached. Okay, now it has been reached. And under the completed tab, as you can see here, the completed tab, it is showing that JSW Steel has been bought for 667.15 rupees. Okay, so it was around a 5 rupees move. Okay, and as I always say, if I'm trading a 600 rupees script, now JSW Steel is a 600 rupees script. So whenever I trade a 600 rupees script, I normally book out my profits at around 5 to 6 rupees, which is 1% of the script price. Okay, let's move on. So the next profit was booked in UPL. Yeah. So UPL, the entry was at 815.25, and I was waiting for around 7 to 8 rupees down move. It did give the down move. Initially, I was typing in 811 or something, then it moved down to 809 something, and I booked it at 809.50 or 60 or something like that. We'll see it here. What is the exact price I booked it out? Yeah, 809.60 was the price I booked out. Okay, so while booking my profits, one more thing to note here is while booking my profits, I always take the help of the limit order. Okay, so the price that you see here, if you are putting a number here, so if I'm putting 809.60, that means that I'm putting out a limit order in order to book out my profit. So unless and until 809.60 or 809.55 is not reached, it will not execute the order. Okay, but if you make it blank and click on submit, then that means that you are booking your profit in a market order, which I always deny. Okay, while entering, I make use of the market order, and while booking my profits or losses, I always make use of the limit order. I believe I have made a video as well. Please search out that particular video in my YouTube channel and you can get some more details about it. Okay, let me go ahead and resume the video. So 809.60 was the price point where I booked out my profit in UPL. Okay, it's still pending because 809.60 was not reached. See, 809.90, yeah, 809.55 it went and it booked up. Okay, so if you go to the completed tab and refresh it, you can see it there. UPL has been bought for 809.60 rupees. Okay, so again, here also it is around 6 to 7 rupees move that I have aimed for. Okay, and the last one that we will be booking will be ONGC. So it is just a 120 rupees script, guys, so we cannot expect much. I was actually looking out to book out at, so my entry was at 120.90, and I was actually looking out to book out somewhere around 120.05 or 120.10. But finally, I ended up booking it at 120.20. Okay, so again, it is just a move of 70 paise, but again, a 100 rupees script giving you a move of close to 1 rupees is a big deal for a day trader. Okay, so it did went down after I booked out at 120.20. It did went down to some more, somewhere around 119 dot something, but I was not ready to wait for that thing. Okay, so I booked it out at 120.20. Since 1500 was the quantity, the profit itself was satisfying. Okay, so yeah, 120.20, as you can see here, it's still there in the open status. 120.25 is the price right now. We are waiting for 120.20 or 120.15 so that it gets executed. And as you can see here, it got executed and it's reflecting under the completed tab. Okay, so here you can see all the three trades have been executed successfully. Okay, if you go to the all tab, that is the third tab here, you will see all the trades. So all tab normally contains all the trades. If you put out an order and it gets cancelled or rejected, those trades also will show up here, okay, under the all tab. Okay, so resuming the video again, and this is the net position. So the profit that was earned was 3692.30 rupees. Okay, all the three trades were in green and it was a satisfying day for my account. Okay, right. So this was all about the live trading that I had done. Okay, so to summarize today's trade, all right, let me get back to the presentation here. Right. So to summarize today's trade, the capital deployed was around 80,000 rupees, and the trades were taken from my small trading account, as I just mentioned some time back. Okay. And in each trade, the capital used was around 25,000 to 26,000 roughly. Okay. So basically, as I always say, always divide your capital into multiple parts and never put in all your capital in a single trade. The very basic thing that should be followed in day trading need not be explained it anyways, okay, because it has been told so many number of times. Okay, so I don't feel the need of repeating it again. Okay, so the profit that was earned was very close to 5% of the capital. Okay, and this return is a huge return, because even if you look at the banks, they provide you an interest of around 6% or even less on a yearly basis, and here in day trading we are making 5% in a single day. So you can very well compare the returns and the potential that the stock market has if you trade it rightly. Okay, another point is, if you merge the profits, okay, let's say you are making a profit of 3000 to 4000 rupees every day, which is not tough at all. Okay, then with 20 trading sessions in a month, you are earning around 80,000 per month. Okay, and this figure 80,000 is again very close to the salary that is being drawn by an IT professional with 10 plus years of experience. Okay, so these are the facts, but let us set them aside and move on to the charts to see why I actually took up these three trades. Okay, so I have prepared the chart already here so that we can save some time here. We will go through them one after the other. So first thing, first trade was UPL. Okay, the time frame that is being used is 15 minutes in all the three trades. Okay, so when it comes to UPL, so basically, since the starting of the day, it was a huge bearish momentum. Okay, but as I always say, if you see the first three candles till 9:45 or till 10 o'clock, it was like solid red candles here, the first three candles, right? So as I always say, I never take an entry when these things are happening. I always wait for a pause to happen. Okay, so either I wait for a retracement. I mean, all the time I wait for the retracement, but again, the type of retracement that happens depends. Okay, so if this particular if you take the example of this particular trade, the first three candles were completely solid red. Okay, then when it came to the 10 o'clock candle, this candle was actually okay. Before I actually explain this particular scenario, let me talk about the technical that is being used to explain the technical analysis here. Okay, so right now, whatever technicals you see on the chart, we just have one indicator, that is the pivot point standard. The yellow line that you see here is the pivot line. Above we have R1, R2, R3. Below we have S1, S2, S3. Okay, R stands for resistances, S stands for supports. I use the resistances only till R3 and I use the supports only till S3. If you want, we can also plot R4, R5 and S4, S5 as well. But when it comes to me, I do not trade with R4, R5 and S4 and S5. Okay, I trade only till R3 and S3. Okay, so this was about the explanation. So basically, just a moment, guys. Sorry about that. So basically, we will take a short trade only when a particular support line is breached. Okay. And as I said, since the morning, it was a huge rush in the downside. So I was waiting for a pause. So where did I get the pause? I got the pause at the 10 o'clock clock candle. This is the candle. It is a kind of a doji that you see here. Let me remove the cursor. So it is a kind of a doji. See this candle, 10 o'clock candle. Okay, it is a kind of a doji, but it is not a doji. Okay, doji means the buyers and the sellers have the same strength. None of them wins. But in this case, the sellers were winning. Okay, first thing is that S2 has been breached. Okay, this 9:45 candle actually breached S2 and closed below it. And the 10 o'clock candle actually gave me the confirmation that the sellers are not ready to settle at a higher price. Okay, that is why they have given a doji kind of a thing. But again, the candle is red. So that gave the confirmation to me to enter or to initiate a short trade at the next candle, right? We need to wait for the 10 o'clock candle to close because only after it closes we will know what the scenario is. Okay, so 10 o'clock candle closed and I took up the short trade at 10:15. Okay, the price was 815.25. Okay, I took a market order, as you can see here, this candle. Okay, and I just waited for 15 minutes, and the next candle itself went till 809.60. The low that was made was 805.35, but I did not waited for S3 to breach. If I'm getting a good amount of profit, if I'm getting 1% of the script price in a safe zone, there is no point in me to wait for this big move. You understand the point, right? So the trade was very well taken between a safe zone, right? From S2 to S3. So I took the entry just below S2 and I booked my profits just above S3. A simple trade. Okay. Everything was done within 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So remember this type of candle. Okay. One more thing that I want to mention here is technical indicators and oscillators. Yes, of course, 100% of the time, 100% they should be used because I solely rely on those kind of technicals in order to take my trading decisions. Okay, but along with that, you have to also be aware about the price action. Okay, the thing that I mentioned about this 10 o'clock candle. Okay, you remember, right? I told you that it is not a doji, but it gave all signals that the sellers will push the stock further in the downside. So how am I making that statement? I'm making that statement by seeing this candlestick. That is nothing but price action. Okay, so along with the indicators and oscillators, you need to have some knowledge about price action as well, and that will make your life more easier. Okay, so that was about UPL. Now getting on to ONGC. Okay, the exact same thing. S2 was breached. Okay, so the S2 was initially breached at the 9:45 candle, this candle. So I would have actually taken a short position at the 10 o'clock candle, but I did not see the script by 10 o'clock. I was busy hunting for some other script at that particular time. But when I saw ONGC, it had just started the 10:15 candle, right? This candle. So it doesn't matter because I have a very good gap between S2 and S3. You understand? I have, if I'm shorting this script here, I have a good space to book my profits before the next support is being reached. That is the exact reason why I went ahead and shorted the script at 10:15. Uh, exact time was 10:21, but in the 10:15 candle, I got in with a market price, and it was 120.90 the price, and I waited for it to fall. Okay, and I just booked it above S3, right? S3, if you see here, S3 is exactly sitting at 119.90. But I did not wait for 119.90. I booked it 20 paisa above it. That is at 120.20, somewhere here. Somewhere here. Okay, so you have to keep that safe distance always. Okay, if you are shorting a particular script just below S2, you need not set your target exactly at S3, because nobody can tell, or nobody can be sure that the script price will touch S3. It might be the case that it will come very close to S3 and then reverse in the upward direction. Who knows? Okay, so always have that calculation in your mind. If you let go 10, 15, 20, 30 paisa, it's not a big deal. The big deal is to uh, you know follow the technicals rightly and enter and exit at the right time. Okay, that is all about intraday trading. Okay, so I hope it is clear about ONGC. Now coming on to JSW Steel. JSW Steel was a bit tricky, because when I saw JSW Steel, it was actually trading at the 10 o'clock candle, this candle that you see here. Okay, so it was not a safe place to short JSW Steel at this place, because it was very close to the support, and the support here is S3. So why did I take the entry which was very close to S3? It might be the case that it would have bounced back in the upward direction. So why did I take that risk? I took that risk by seeing this candle. You see this 10 o'clock candle, and you remember the explanation that I give for this 10 o'clock candle in UPL. The exact same logic I applied here. Seeing the 10 o'clock candle, when the 10 o'clock candle closed, I was quite sure and I anticipated that one more down move might be pending, and if that down move is pending, then it will surely cross the day's low. Right, day's low is this one. Right, so that was my anticipation, and depending on that anticipation, I shorted this particular script, that is JSW Steel, at 10:23 a.m., and the price was 672.15. Right, 672.15 was the price where I shorted, and within 15, sorry, not even 15, within 23, 27, 4 minutes, within 4 minutes the target was reached. Okay, I got around 5 rupees. So for a 600 rupees script, a 5 rupees profit is a good deal. So this trade was done just within 3 minutes. Okay, so I hope you're clear, guys. Okay, now you might be having the question that you might have waited more. Okay, but my thought process is something different. That is what I have been following since years. That if I'm seeing myself in a good profit zone, okay, so what is my target? My target after I enter a particular script is 1% of the script price. So if I am meeting that particular target within 3 minutes or within 15 minutes or within 30 minutes, why do I take that extra unnecessary tension? Why do I wait? There's no point in waiting. Okay, so again, it depends from trader to trader. I follow this approach. Okay, there will be other traders who will trail the stop losses. That's also fine. I follow other. Sorry, there are other traders who will increase their position once the skip starts moving in their anticipated direction. That is another approach, which is again not wrong. Nothing is wrong. If something is working for you in the trading world, then it is right. The only thing is you need to follow it consistently, and I chose this particular style of trading. Okay, so I hope you're clear. I hope you're clear as to why these trades were being taken, and I hope you're clear on the explanations as well. Right? So, all right then. So, I hope this was helpful, guys. And just to repeat one thing here, just because I have told that the pivots are effective, that does not mean that they will work all the time. Okay, they do work most of the time, but that does not mean that you will take up the trades blindly when a pivot line is breached. There are also other things that needs to be looked out, because along with the technicals, you need to be strong with one more thing, and that particular thing is observation. And the observation skills comes from experience. Okay, so please be wise enough and spend a lot of time with the charts so that your eyes gets trained to the moves and you can anticipate the future moves a bit more precisely. And on the same lines, I had also given the premium calls for Torrent Power and Tata Motors. These were the two calls that were given in the premium channel. Okay, so please go ahead and have a look on those scripts as well. I have followed the same thing which I just explained here, and those two scripts also went down really, really well. Okay, they fell really well. Okay, so if you have a little bit of time, then do check them out as well. Okay, so that's it from my end, guys, and I hope that this video would contribute a bit to your learning curve. Thank you so much, and you all have a nice weekend ahead and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.